Good evening and welcome back to the East Los Angeles baseball field here in Monterey Park, where we are getting set for Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Arroyo Seco Sentinels and Synker Collegiate in the Baseball Census Summer League. Thanks for staying with us on the YouTube live stream. And as always, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jack Badzik. In Game 1, the Sentinels edged Synker by a score of 8-3, capped off by a big 6-run second inning. That meant that the Sentinels moved up in the standings and are now 5-4, where Synker dropped a spot in the standings and are now 4-3. Sentinels now are on a 2-game win streak, but I guess I'll give you a recap of what last game brought to the table. Synker scored first on a Phil Chaidez single, and the Sentinels had their 6-run second inning with the Diego Gerfin single that drove in 2. Jonathan Sawicki had the win for the Sentinels, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned over 3 innings. Luca Brancanto and Logan Parker were in on relief. Synker only used 2 pitchers.
Cam! Come on. Damn.
We're off and rolling here for Game 2 of the doubleheader. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Alex Laureano did not play in the last game, but is playing in this one. He likes this one. Left field and deep. Left fielder running out of room. It's off the wall. Laureano touches first, heading for 2. Big turn there, but he heads back, and that's a leadoff double for the Sentinels catcher. Laureano is followed by Logan Parker. Parker threw 2 innings for the Sentinels and finished the game on the hill. Runner at second and nobody gone. 2 high, ball number 1. The defensive alignment for Synker. It's Morales on the hill. He throws to Rincon. Chaidez is at first. Soto at second. Pereza is at short. And Chavez is at third. Down the meat of the plate, but fouled back. Gahagan in left. Cully in center. And Lai in right field for Synker. Morales in his first appearance for Synker on the season. Runner at second for the Sentinels. Morales gets a called strike on Parker. Logan Parker waits. That ball hitting the right field, a base knock. Here comes Laureano. They're waving to Morale. The throw home. It's a nice one. Play at the plate. He got into the tag. Laureano with a nifty slide. And that part of home plate is loose because they've got like a bit of tarp or something on the plate. And that kind of contributed to the weird slide from Laureano. And he was able to get his foot under it, and credit the home plate umpire because that was a great call. He was right on top of it. Saw that the tag was just a little late. And the Sentinels have played at a run before and out here at East LA College. That base hit by Parker means that Ben Rutkin is up. Takes outside. So Parker continues his nice summer. He was hitting .294 entering this game. And Rutkin takes off. 2-0. Rutkin entering the first game of this doubleheader. I mean, he's been really good. 4 hits on the summer, 308 hitter, and an 862 OPS. Ball's away. That's a 4-pitch walk. 2 aboard, nobody gone. The line keeps on moving for the Sentinels. We go to Andrew Cuervo. Cuervo played the full game. In game number 1, he takes a letter high strike. And it's 0-1. A 1 pitch, fly to left field. Left fielder is ranging over near the foul territory line. He is able to make the grab. Parker was not tagging, so he will scamper back to second. Gavigan on the out there, and there is 1 down. Here's Mark Manuel. Morales up high. Rincon able to stop it from going to the screen behind home plate. Sentinels with an early 1-0 lead here on the top of the first. Outside. 2-0. Manuel. It's a called strike on him. That was on the pitch, not the attempt by the 5-hitter for the Sentinels. Here's the set and the pitch. Off the mark. 3-1 on Mark Manuel. With Fragoso on deck, you want to continue this inning. Sentinels have jumped on Morales. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Back-to-back base runners have both been on walks for the Sentinels. The bases are full and 1 down. Patrick Fragoso is going to come up. So in the only other doubleheader that the Sentinels have played, that was against the Long Beach Legends about a week ago. They took 1 out of 2. They won the first game but then lost the next game. That foul ball went off the screen and then got the umpire in the back. In those games at Long Beach, they went 9 innings. Here we're only going 7 for both. There's a nice snag on a foul ball that went to the dugout. I don't know who it was in the Sentinels dugout, but a bare hand grab. Fragoso down in an 0-2 hole though. Morales to the plate, too low. Try to get him to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sentinels with the bases full. They don't look to let up. The corners are playing in for Synker Collegiate. Runners everywhere. Fragoso goes after the high and outside offering. Unable to connect. Out number 2 is via the strikeout. Wasn't super deceptive. It was just a fastball that kept on rising. Out number 2. Here comes Matt Kirkjian looking to pick up his teammate. Base is full down. Base is full, 2 down. Base hit back up the middle. Parker is in. And also scoring for the Sentinels is going to be Rutkin. 2 home on the base hit single by Kirkjian. 3-0 Arroyo Seco. The Sentinels have jumped on yet another Synker starter. Here's Diego Garfin. Ball 1. (1-0). 2 aboard and 2 down. Garfin went after the low fastball and came up empty. Garfin waits and to the plate. The 1-1 catches the outer third. Strike 2. The 1 ball, 2 strike offering. to the plate, a curve too high. Two balls, two strikes on Graffine. Morales looks on, comes set. To the plate. Fastball, skied, right side. That goes over the netting, so it's a very long foul ball. Another 2-2, courtesy of Morales. Tipped into the mitt. The catcher Rincon hangs on. And so Graffine is a strikeout victim. The second strikeout for Morales of the inning. But the Sentinels jump on him and get 3 in the first frame. 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and an inning complete here from East LA College. We go to the bottom of the first. Sentinels 3, Synker 0. Starting the bottom of the first for Synker. Their leadoff hitter in the last game was Chavez, and he's leading off this one as well. This time he's playing at third, though. The 1-0 is fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, Alan? I'm counting.
Did that happen again? He got hit. The umpire got hit off the foul ball. One ball, 1 strike. The plate. Chavez gets this one off the hands. It'll be curl foul. The Sentinels starter that they're using today is Jamison Ferraro, Central Arkansas guy, right-handed thrower, went to Crescenta Valley High School, and hasn't pitched at all for the Sentinels this summer. Fastball high and outside. He was previously at PCC and also at BYU. But he was a Sentinel last year, so he's just possibly in town for the summer trying to get some reps with a former team. Ground ball. Diving is the first baseman, no play. Covering the bag is Ferraro, and they got him. Good play from the second baseman, Parker, and a very nice PFP by Ferraro. He's able to get over to first and beat Chavez. That is very tough to sink in if you're the leadoff hitter for Synker. Because you hit the ball well, but it was absolutely smothered by the second baseman. So with one out and the bases empty, we go to J.R. Cully. Hitting second today, he gets a strike at the knees. Cully in center field. Bases empty and one down. Laureano sets up the catcher waiting to receive. Ferraro's 0-1 pitch, chopped, going foul, and it does. 0-2. So Ferraro is throwing to Laureano. At first base, we have Cuervo. At second, it's Parker. At short, it's Kirkjian. Third is Conklin. Left field, Fragoso. Center is Stubbs. And in right, it's Ben Rutkin. 0-2 to Cully in the dirt. 1-1 strike. Ferraro wearing number 25 for the Sentinels. Right-handed thrower to Cully. Here he comes. Got him swinging. Good swinging slider. Definitely deceptive. Ferraro picks up strikeout number 1 and out number 2 of the bottom of the first. As there are 2 down for Rainer Gahagan. Gahagan climbs in 0-4 his last game. What a curve, strike 1. It's not a slow curve, it's definitely up there in speed, but it's very confusing to see. Ferraro digs in with another curve, but this one is lazily lofted into left. The left fielder Fragoso backs up and catches it off to his side for out number 3. 1 inning in the books from East LA College. It's 3-0. The Sentinels have a lead. Morales for Synker tries to better himself after allowing 3 runs in the top of the first. We go to the away second frame as we start with Camden Conklin, already deep into the Sentinels order. Strike 1 called. We saw 8 hitters come up to hit for the Sentinels in the last inning. We'll see 9, 10, and 1 in this inning. Slider outside, 1-1 strike. Conklin, Stubbs, and then Laureano. The 1-1 from Morales. Fastball late on it, foul to the right side. Ball high and inside, 2-1. Hitter's count on Conklin. He waits, and it's a called strike 3. Wasn't on the swing, it was on the pitch. Conklin, I don't think he thought that was strike 3, but he's out. Here's Bo Stubbs to the plate, 1 out, and the bases are empty. Morales delivers low, 1-0. One 0 pitch inside, called a strike on Stubbs. Bo Stubbs waits. It's a fastball on the ground to third. Bobbled over there. Throw from Chavez. Across the diamond it goes, not in time. Stubbs too quick. He beats it out. So that will give the Sentinels a base runner. 1 out, 1 on. Back to the top of the order we go. Here's Alex Floriano. Takes a meaty pitch for strike 1. Floriano is 1 for 1. He got the Sentinels rally started in the first inning with a double. He came around to score. That's a called strike 2. Stubbs originally wanted to go as the ball was dropped by the catcher, but he will stay put. 0-2. Caught him looking, and Laureano knew it. 2 down. Two down. Morales now has racked up 4 strikeouts today. He faces the lefty Logan Parker again. Parker 1 for 1 of the ground, or excuse me, an RBI. He grounds this one to first. That's an easy grab and tag of the bag from the first baseman, Phil Chaidez. That will wrap up the top of the second. Pretty efficient from Morales. The only reach was Stubbs on the error, and we go to the home second frame. 3-0 after 1.5. Strike 1 to start the home second inning. Synker was set down in order in the top of the first, or excuse me, the bottom of the first. So that means that they will see 4, 5, and 6 against Jamison Ferraro. Outside, 1-1 to Phil Chaidez, the first baseman. One count on Chaidez. Working out of the windup. Ferraro, inside fastball, into center field. It's dying, but still able to make the catch as Stubbs, out number 1. 1 away, bases empty. Here is Hirschberg. Hirschberg not catching, he's doing the designated hitting. Ferraro out of the lineup, kick and deal. Strike 1 call. He is pounding that zone. He is not afraid to throw strikes. He's not afraid to throw an inside fastball or two. Not afraid to throw an inside off speed as well. He is just daring hitters to swing. There is another beautiful fastball. I mean, he's putting on a clinic so far. 16 pitches and 12 strikes now for Ferraro in an inning and a third. He's racked up 1 strikeout. He likes the offering, and here he comes. Late on it, fouled right side. Kicking the pitch. Beautifully done by Ferraro. He picks up out number 2 and strikeout number 2 on an outside slider that, I mean, it looked like a ball for pretty much 75% of the way, and then came in to the zone, and it wasn't only on the inside part of the plate, it was also on the outside. It wasn't inside, it was outside. Even more impressive, meaning that there's so much more movement. Strike 1, belt high. Continues to get ahead. And it's 0-1. Inside, almost hit him. 1-1. Three 0 Sentinels here in the bottom of the second. Ferraro likes the sign, and he comes home. He gets a tip into the mid of Laureano for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes, the lefty waits, and Ferraro comes home. Fastball hit on the ground, a couple hops fielded by Parker. Sidearm throw to first. 3 outs. Ferraro with yet another 1-2-3 frame. We're done with 2 from East LA College. Sentinels 3 and Synker 0. Ben Rutkin starts the Sentinels' third inning. First pitch, a heater inside, 1-0. Synker continues with their original starter, Morales, pitching in his third inning of work. To the plate he deals, he gets a strike. Synker's pitching has definitely played a role in their success today. Rutkin chops at it, goes foul. Synker, on the season, their pitching staff has a 7.97 ERA. Chin music inside. One ball, 2 strikes. Morales to the plate. Fastball, foul back. Rutkin will see another. Morales on his way home. Just low. Counts full on Ben Rutkin. Morales comes set. Out of the stretch he deals. Inside ball 4. Slipped coming off the mound. That might play a role in where the pitch ended up. Runner aboard first. We go to Andrew Cuervo. Big lefty Cuervo digs in for the second time. He is 0 for 1 today. First pitch in the wheelhouse, but that one is sent straight back foul. Cuervo tips that one in the mid, strike 2. O2 pitch from Morales to Cuervo. Cuervo able to foul it off, stay alive. 0-2. Another 0-2. Cuervo finally gets to this one, puts it in play. Long run for the left fielder and the shortstop, and it goes foul. Synker catches a break because that was in no man's land. The left fielder, Gagnon, and the shortstop, Pereza, were both after that baseball. And the left fielder, Gagnon, almost came away with it. But it is a long strike for Cuervo. Still 0-2. Nothing in 2. Another pitch coming from Morales. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 on Cuervo. Way outside. Counts even now on the lefty. Nice at bat put together by the power hitter. Cuervo waits, slings the ball over to second, 4, 6, and a low toss from the second baseman contributed to them not being able to get 2. Pereza couldn't get the baseball out of the glove, so that means they get 1. 1 down. Here's Mark Manuel, still trying to set up the It's the tarp that is behind home plate. First pitch fouled back. One strike on Manuel. Morales gets the benefit of the down on the inside fastball. Oh, 2. Just low. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mark Manuel. Fregoso waits on deck. Morales comes set. Runner at first. 1-2 pitch inside. 2-2. He's set. And the pitch. Lined off the netting foul. Fastball, little squiver to third. Diving stop there. 1 play to second. And they were able to beat the runner who went in sliding. Cuervo is out on fielder's choice. Great play down at the hot corner by Chavez on a baseball that wasn't really hit too hot. They're still able to get him out. Inside pitch called a strike on Patrick Fregoso. Fregoso, the left fielder, 0 for 1 with a K today. Runner at first and 2 down. Sentinels in jeopardy have been silenced to another quick inning ever since that first. Wait. High and outside. Call the strike at the very high and outside corner. Inside fastball got him swinging. Morales now has registered 5 strikeouts on the day as he leaves the Sentinels scoreless for the 2nd straight inning. But it's that first inning that really has put the game where it's at right now. 3-0 Sentinels, and that first inning and nothing else since then. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. 3-0, Sentinels ahead. Jamison Ferraro has been rolling through 2 innings, and the first pitch that is thrown is a very nice snag at third base by Conklin down there at the hot corner. Took it on a bounce. But 1 pitch, 1 out to open up the third on some good contact by the catcher for Synker, Rincon. He was just unable to show anything with that contact. Nothing to show for, even with that hard hit. 1 down, we go to Lai. Kyle Lai, 3 for 10 on the summer, did not play in the first game of the doubleheader. 3 RBI, 3 runs, 4 walks, 1 strikeout on the season. He's got a ball and no strikes on him. Ferraro opened him up with a fastball. The 1-0 from the righty. Kicks and throws. Painted strike 1. The 1-1 on the way. Fastball connected with foul off the netting. I think that Rincon on that ground ball to third was the only person to have timed up the fastball of Ferraro. I mean, if he's still going to Central Arkansas, it's definitely showing. If they do things different down there in the South, it might be true. Got some great flamethrowers from Southern colleges. I know Central Arkansas is a smaller college. It's not SEC by any means, but whatever he's doing today, he's throwing that heater. It is fast. Everybody's late, and he's throwing strikes as well. If it's inside and it's a fastball, I mean, just good luck. It's 2-2 on Kyle Lai. Ferraro gets the sign, he likes it. And with some good pace on his side, the 2-2. Absolutely fooled. Oh my goodness, what a clinic from Ferraro. 8 set down by the right-handed thrower, and now 3 strikeouts. We go to the shortstop, Pereza. Ferraro shakes off his catcher 1 time, likes it, and throws. Called a strike. I think that everybody is loving the strike throwing capabilities of Ferraro. 0-1, Jamison kicks and throws off the outside edge. I can tell you one thing, as an umpire myself, in a game like this, when you have 1 pitcher who is just pounding the zone and you get to call strike after strike, I don't think there's anything more satisfying. You just continuously are pointing because he's just absolutely darting pitches up, down, inside, outside, wherever they are in the zone. You as an umpire feel like you're awarding the pitcher for doing such a good job out there. There's another inside strike. It's called for 2-2. You feel as an umpire when you're getting to call strikes on a pitcher pounding the zone, you kind of have that thought process like you're part of the equation, you're part of the fluidity of the baseball game. Everything looks sweet. 2-2, he got him swinging. Jamison Ferraro, have a day. Some electric stuff from the Sentinels, right-handed thrower. In his first ever game with Arroyo Seco on the season, he throws 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, and his defense thanks him for being so efficient, and there weren't any hard plays on the diamond that the defense had to deal with as well. It was soft contact through and through. We are done with 3 from East LA College, and it's been pretty quick. since the top of the first. 3-0 Sentinels. 3 after 3. Three full innings complete from East LA College, and 3 full innings complete by Morales, the pitcher for Synker. He's thrown 66 pitches, but his day will continue as he will greet Matt Kirkchin with a strike. It'll be Kirkchin, Gerfine, and Conklin in this inning. He got a first pitch strike on Kirkchin. Kirkchin is 1 for 1 today with 2 RBI. He does go around trying to check his swing, cannot hold up 0-2. Morales, ever since that nightmare first inning, has really minimized what the Sentinels have done to him. He hasn't allowed a hit since that first inning, while he's picked up 5 strikeouts. The only base runner since that inning was on an error. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kirkchin. The righty comes set, and out of the stretch, he fires the fastball looped left field, a nice liner that is going to take 2 hops before it bounds to the left fielder Gahagan, which means that Kirkchin is now 2 for 2 as he comes away with a single. Runner aboard, and nobody gone. Diego Gerfine is up. Gerfine 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Morales allows his first hit since the 4th inning. And here is greeted with a pop fly to shortstop. Easy play for Pereza. He brings it down out number 1. Gerfine is an out victim. 1 down, we go to Camden Conklin. Conklin 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Runner aboard first and 1 down. First pitch offering, back to the pitcher. Nobody's at second yet. They will finally throw it to second, but that delayed coverage means that Synker's only going to be able to get 1. I feel like, I'm not 100% sure. Synker might do it a little bit differently than I was taught. But usually that's the shortstop's cover, right? Called strike on both stubs. Now, I also don't want to completely throw Perez under the bus. I'm just trying to say, like, shortstop is, with his momentum, he's going towards first. I feel like he would have the cover. Shattered bat. 1 hop to the first baseman. Chaidez is there to step on the base, and Stubbs is retired, meaning that Conklin is left on. And we're done with 3.5 from East LA College. Halfway home, halfway done on the road to 7 innings. 3-0 Sentinels after 3.5. Home fourth is underway with a loud sound off that foul ball from Chavez. The Sentinels will replace Jamison Ferraro and go with Christian Corey. Corey, with a 3 ERA this summer, 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Corey went to 2 high schools. He went to Western Christian and Northview out in the, I guess, east of us. 2 high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls and a strike here in the bottom of the fourth for the opening hitter for Synker. A step and a throw way high on the off speed. I think it's safe to say that no pitcher yet has labored. Every pitcher has found their footing eventually and had a willingness to throw strikes and hasn't nibbled around the zone. Hitter's count, the 3-1 is flied into shallow right. Long run over near the foul territory. Running it down is Ben Rutkin. That baseball likely would have been foul, but he still was able to grab it as he was shifted closer towards center field. Good long run from the right fielder that tracked that one down. 1 out, here is J.R. Cully. Cully 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He steps in, and out of the windup, Corey gets a called strike. Nothing in 1. Cutting and missing is Cully at strike 2. The balls and 2 strikes. The step to kick the pitch. 0-2 is fouled off the netting. Cully stays alive. Cully takes strike 3 call. High and tight on the heater, and Corey has him looking. Two down, bases down. Here is the 3-hole hitter, Gaggan. First pitch line to the left field. This one will drop before Fragoso, meaning that Gaggan is going to come away with a hit, and Synker is 1 on with 2 outs. This is the first hit by Synker offense, meaning that the no-hit bid is over. Gaggan gives way to Phil Chaidez. Curveball called a strike. Opening him up with the curve. Definitely a good move to try and confuse someone, especially after you've been fastball heavy for a good amount of this ball game. 0-1, runner goes. Long stretch and a foul ball by Chaidez. The runner would have been there. And the dugout heckling Chaidez because they know that they just got a base taken away from them. 0-2 on the first baseman for Synker. Gaggan held on by Cuervo. Fouled straight back. Corey with another 2-strike offering. To the plate he fires. Got him swinging. Fastball blew it by him. The Express runs past Chaidez. We are done with 4 from East LA College. Sentinels 3 and Synker with 0. Starting the 5th for the Sentinels will be the top of the order with Aiden Laureano. Getting greeted with a very, very lively fastball from Morales as he is on for the 5th inning. The 0-1 pitch is sent skied and foul. 0-2. Nothing in 2 on Laureano. It'll be Laureano, Parker, and Rutkin this inning. Unless we have some changes for the Sentinels. Hits him square in the collarbone. Laureano's going to take first on a gift with 2 strikes. Runner aboard, nobody gone. Here is Logan Parker. Parker lines one into left. On comes Gahagan, and it falls before him. Sentinels have 2 back-to-back base runners. Parker lines that one up, and he is now 2 for 3. Here comes Ben Rutkin, who has walked twice and scored a run today. So that means now that the Sentinels are threatening for the first time since the 1st inning. Ball in the dirt. The catcher, Rincon, keeps it close. 2 aboard, no down. Morales, 78 pitches and 3 earned runs. On the outer third and a called strike on Laureano. See how long the leash is for Morales. He's thrown the most pitches of anyone today. That one's fouled off the mask of the catcher. That'll take a couple of seconds. And usually when you get a foul ball off the mask, it's more shock than pain. At least it probably is the same as taking a foul ball off the mask as an umpire, or taking something off the helmet as a player. It's more shock than pain, unless you get hit in a place that isn't covered by the mask. And Rutkin is battling here. 2 balls and 2 strikes on him. Morales comes set. He delivers a fastball that is tipped, and the catcher, Rincon, couldn't hang on. It'll still be 2-2. Set and the pitch. Got him swinging. Rudkin goes down on strikes. A fastball by Morales. He blew it by him. He picks up the first out and is a little bit closer to getting out of this jam. Andrew Cuervo is up. He's 0 for 2 today. Cuervo likes the first pitch he sees, but it's a pop fly where the second baseman is ranging out to the outfield. He's going to make the catch in pretty shallow right center field, but J.R. Culley was he was shaded pretty far back. He was pretty much dead center, so the second baseman, Soto, was able to track it down. Usually went into territory that's the center fielder's ball. Strike one swinging on Mark Manuel, the designated hitter for the Sentinels. 0-1. 2 outs, and Morales closer to getting out of this jam. The pitch is hit on the ground to short. Pereza flips to second, out number 3, and Morales leaves stranded. 2 left on by the Sentinels as they get back-to-back base runners to start the inning. But from then on, it's 1-2-3 by Morales, and that means that we're done with 4.5. 3-0 Sentinels. We go to the bottom of the 5th. New pitcher for the Sentinels is going to be Gavin Alfaro. So that means that Christian Corey goes an inning, gets 2 strikeouts, gives up a hit. Gavin Alfaro gets a foul ball for strike number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Hirschberg, the batter for Synker. He'll be followed by Soto and Rincon. And the 3 due up here in the 5th inning. 3-0 score outside, 1-1. Alfaro 6 innings in this summer. This is his 5th relief appearance. He's out of Bishop Amat High School. Curveball, smoked on the ground. Good stop down there from Conklin. His throw to first in time. Camden Conklin, versatile on the diamond. He's down there at third, and he plugs up out number 1. So Gavin Alfaro, in his 6 innings of work this summer, entering this game, he's got a 4.5 ERA, 3 earned runs given up, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He's a lefty. He's got plenty of action for the Sentinels. And I think he's appeared in the most games for Arroyo Seco. And he's appearing today. So that means that in half of the Sentinels games that they've played, he's pitched in. Hit back up the middle. Alfaro has to dodge it because it squirts through into center field. Synker's got their second hit. As Soto picks up his first this afternoon, here is Gabriel Rincon. Rincon 0 for 1 with a batted ball out. 3-0 here on the bottom of the 5th, 1 on, 1 out. First pitch low, ball 1. Set from Alfaro to the plate. Nope, to first. Safe on the pickoff attempt. You don't see many of those in the baseball since the Summer League. I don't know. There isn't a whole lot of action on the base paths. Sure, sometimes you get stolen bases here and there, but pickoff attempts, you really don't get that many. Swing and a miss by the catcher for Synker. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a limit on how many times you can throw over, like what they do in the MLB. I'm pretty sure it's 2, and if you miss the 3rd one, then it is pretty much the same as a balk. Yeah, see, watch the umpires. They put their hands out, signaling that that's the second disengagement, meaning that Alfaro has to come to the plate. Fastball high, 2-1. So if Alfaro wants to throw over to first, that basically means that he has to have one heck of a pickoff throw. He has to have it to where the runner at first, Soto, is dead to rights. And he is going to try it, and the runner is safe. And does that mean that he gets to go to third? Or second, rather? No, I guess not. Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 5. I don't know. I'm stumped on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Soto will come to the plate. Here's a little flare into left field. Long run for everybody, and it gets down. The left fielder, Fragoso, was the only one who truly had a beat on it, but he had to run a long way. So that means there's 2 aboard, and the tying run is going to come up and hit for Synker. Two aboard and 1 down. Taking a strike is Kyle Lee. So I just heard about the disengagement rule. So it's only if a pitcher steps off. They can have as many pickoff throws as they want, but it's only when the pitcher disengages the rubber, meaning that he steps off without a pickoff attempt. Fell off the hands, 0-2. So that means that Alfaro has the freedom to throw over to first, to throw over to second, whenever he wants, but he can't delay the game and try and get the mental edge as much as, I guess, the hitter. He can disengage 2 times, but the 3rd time, I'd imagine it would go down as a balk or a disengagement violation. 0-2 on Lee, inside, called strike 3. Curveball bent back across the plate, and Lee is out on strikes for the 2nd time. Here's Pereza. Pereza is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Alfaro picks up his first K. That means that this inning is a little bit nicer to him. He sets. And to the plate. Here he comes. Fastball off the outside, 1-0. So far in this game, through 4.5 innings, the Sentinels 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Synker with no runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. Faro comes set. And to the plate. Both runners go. Tipped into the mitt. First strike 3. Or, no, my bad. What am I? Strike 1, sorry. Foul tip is a live ball, so both of them get into scoring position now. I don't know what I was thinking. That's strike 1. It's not like I have Game Changer in front of me. 0-1, Alfaro to the dish. Line drive on 1 hop and a great play at second. Who is that out there? It's not Parker. Is that that's Gerfine. Gerfine coming in to second base, substituting for Parker and making one heck of a play off of a laser from Pereza. Means that the 5th inning is concluded. And Synker leaves 2.
Hey guys, new pitcher.
5 done from East LA College, 3-0. Top of the 6th inning. Synker goes with a new arm. Strike 1 called on Silas Brousseau, who enters as a pinch hitter for Patrick Fregoso. He's got a strike on him. Make that 2. So Synker will go with a move that means that Kyron Gahagan is a 2-way player. Gahagan goes from left field to the pitcher's mound and throws that one in the dumps, 1 and 2. So Gahagan in to the pitcher's mound. That means that his brother Rainer Gahagan is in left field. And so does that mean that the designated hitter is no more? Or, well, no, that would not be correct. Ball high makes it 1 and 2. guess I didn't think about this. Ball outside to Brousseau. But because Synker is using a designated hitter, and the designated hitter is hitting for the pitcher, but because the pitcher is coming in from left field and was originally in the batting order, does that mean that the designated hitter is no more? I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out. Here's a slow roller down the third base line. One hop throw, unable to be corralled at first base by Chaidez. That means that Brousseau has an infield hit. Here comes Aiden Laureano. Excuse me, yeah, Aiden Laureano is in as a pinch hitter. Laureano for Kirkjian here in the top of the second. Pop fly. Shortstop corrals it out number 1.
Bench.
First pitch to Diego Garfin is outside. 1-0. 1 out, 1 on. I apologize with, now this is not an excuse, but with there being brothers on Synker, I was a little bit confused. Inside makes it 2 balls and no strikes. So it's Kyron Gahagan on the pitcher's mound. That I got right, but he did not come from left field. Rainer Gahagan has always been in left field. So there will be no mix-up with the designated hitter or anything, because the pitcher is coming off the bench. Ball in the dirt, jogging down to second is Brousseau on the wild pitch. 3-0 on Garfin. Yeah, I guess that's something that an announcer should pick up on. I missed that. 3-0. Ball 4 high. Just to make sure you guys know, it's Kyron Gahagan on the mound and Rainer Gahagan in left. And Rainer has always been in left, and Kyron just entered to the mound. There was no switching from left field to the pitcher's mound. All right, so the stage is set. There are 2 aboard and 1 out for Camden Conklin. Conklin takes a knee-high strike, 0-1. Conklin is 0 for 2 today. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Top of the 6th frame, 2 aboard and 1 down. Gahagan out of the stretch, throws a dirt ball, nicely stopped by the catcher Rincon. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Kyron with the set. And the 1-1. Runner goes. Both of them do. Fly ball. Shattered bat into right center field. It's down, base hit. Bobbled by the right fielder. 1 run is home. They are going to stop Garfin at third. Long single for Conklin. He has put the first Sentinels run on the board since the first inning. Now, the bat didn't shatter, but that definitely made an indent on the wood bat because he hit that ball, and it was a laser. Now, Sentinels are still threatening. Runners at the corners, 1 down. Gahagan wants a new baseball. Bo Stubbs is at the plate. And Stubbs is 0 for 2 today. Two aboard, 1 down. Gaggan delivers low. Stubbs ahead. Gaggan sets, and the 1-0 pitch. Letter high, called the strike. Gaggan keeps his eyes on first. The set and pitch. The 1-1. Fastball, skied, foul. Kyron Gaggan only 1 inning under his belt. He has allowed 4 earned runs in that inning with 5 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. The 1-2 is sent up in the air. I don't think there's any possible tag situation out third, and there isn't. The second baseman went out there to make the grab as Stubbs maybe just a couple feet away from what could have been a sacrifice fly. There are 2 down. We go back to the top of the order. Here's Alex Laureano. 1 for 2 today. Also been hit by a pitch. Nice block from behind the dish. 1-0 on Laureano. Set. And the pitch. Skied off the screen, foul. Nothing in 2 on 1 ball, 1 strike on Alex Laureano. Long set. And the delivery. Catches the plate. 1-2. Two down. 1 in scoring position, 1 at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gaggan. Long set. And on the way home, he fires. Fastball sent down the line and foul. Gerfine had to make sure he didn't get plunked by the hit ball, and then he also had to see if it was going to be fair or not. He wanted to get a good jump on that baseball. It is a 1 ball and 2 strike count. Gaggan, another offering. He does not go around. Laureano, good hold, brings the count to even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kyron Gaggan on the way home. Got him swinging at a pitch in the dirt. Rincon applies the tag, out number 3. So in an inning that could have been much worse, Kyron Gaggan forces the Sentinels to leave 2. Laureano goes down on strikes for the final out here in the top of the 6th. We go to the home 6th, and it's a 4-0 Sentinels lead. Synker's 1, 2, 3 guys are up to start the bottom of the 6th, starting with Chavez, then goes to Cully, and then Gahagan. As Gavin Alfaro's still out there, he's got an early strike. That ball outside, 1-1. So there were a couple of substitutions for the Sentinels and a couple of defensive switches. But I'll get to that after this pitch. Tipped into the mitt of the new catcher, Silas Brousseau. Brousseau came in as a pinch hitter for Fregoso, but he is now in the game as the backstop. Alfaro delivers outside. 2-2. In left field, going from catcher to left, is Alex Laureano, and Aiden Laureano is playing short, if I'm reading that correctly. 2-2, Alfaro to the dish. Too high. Full count. I don't think there were any other defensive changes, just except for that. And I guess going from extra hitter to second is Diego Garfin. Full count, Alfaro out of the windup to Chavez, who's 0 for 2 today. Pitch is a fastball at the express. Goes right by the station. 1 down, base is empty, and here comes J.R. Cully after that very nicely thrown strikeout from Gavin Alfaro. One away. Curve, called strike, belt high. Alfaro's got that pitch working. 0-1. Ball high. 1-1. It'll be interesting to see if the Sentinels go with a 4th pitcher, or if they let Alfaro finish up the job, and if the score stays where it is, he would be awarded with the pretty rare 3-inning save, 9-out save. To the left of second, making the play is Garfin for out number 2, and J.R. Cully heads back to the dugout as he is 0 for 3. Yeah, there are different criteria for saves around the sport of baseball. Number 1, you can pitch. You can be on the pitcher's mound for the final 3 outs if your team is ahead by 3 or less. Ball outside to Rainer Gahagan. Cutting and missing. It's going to be 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. To the plate goes Alfaro. Steps back, steps to the plate. The kick and the pitch. Too low, 2-1. So other than that one way of getting saves, which I mentioned, you can also come in a save situation, meaning that you either have the tying run on the bases at the plate or in the on-deck circle, and you're able to get out of that frame. Or you pitch 3 innings to conclude the game. It doesn't matter if you're up by 20. If you pitch 3 innings to complete the ball game and you record 9 outs, you could be up by 20 and give up 10 runs, but if your manager lets you go for those 3 innings to finish the ball game, you get the save. As weird as it might sound. Alfaro's 3-2 pitch is a fastball that gets the high and inside part of the zone. It's foul, but it's still a very long run. And Camden Conklin went all the way from third to the makeshift bullpen down there in left field. Foul territory. He really wanted that baseball. He wanted to get Alfaro the 3rd out. He still can, but it's 3-2. Here's the lefty Alfaro back to it once again. Catcher Brousseau sets up, and Alfaro throws to the dish. And the dirt ball 4. Sometimes those fastballs from Alfaro, you can see when he's releasing them. It is going out of the hand and having, like, you know, sometimes when there are moments when you throw to a catcher's glove and you get the dust and it like pops out of the mitt, like the dust like kind of explodes from the mitt. That's what's happening sometimes when Alfaro's pitching, but it's out of his hand, that there's like some dust that is like, I don't know, being excreted or something. Phil Chaidez is at the plate. 1-0 count. Here's a good move to first, and he's safe. Oh, the Sentinels dugout wanted that. It was close. Base umpire said that the tag was just a little bit late. Arroyo board first and 2 down. Alfaro trying to notch 2 innings of scoreless baseball in his belt. Called a strike, 1-1. Alfaro settles to the plate. Here he comes. Fastball up. Snap throw, not in time. Rousseau came up throwing and wanted to get Gahagan leaking too far, but he does not. It's 2 balls and a strike. Alfaro with pitch number 34 of his night. Just outside. 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. Oh, they've got him picked off. The throw hits the runner. Gahagan with one of the weirdest stolen bases you'll ever see. He winds up at second after being picked off by the pitcher, Alfaro. And Alfaro's all smiles. I think that's probably the best response that you're going to have from your pitcher. If you're the defense and you just kind of let him down there. Hitters count, 3-1. Outside, that's ball 4. Back-to-back walks from Alfaro. Two on, 2 out. And Synker goes to Hirschberg. Hirschberg to the plate, 2 on, 2 out. Hirschberg is 0 for 2 with 1 strikeout. First pitch into shallow right. This one is down. Takes a couple of hops before it goes to the right fielder. Synker's going to plate a run on a ball that looked like it might have been, it could have been caught by Rutkin. Gahagan comes home and scores. Chaidez goes to third. And seemingly out of nowhere, Synker's right back into this ball game. The tying run is at the plate. Alfaro deals. First pitch low, 1-0. Hirschberg at first, Chaidez at third. Shutout bid, no more for the Sentinels. Inside, and it's 2-0. Soto waits. 1-1 pitch. There's an inside strike. It's going to be 2-1 now. One run on 4 hits, 1 error for Synker. 4 runs on 7 hits for the Sentinels. The 2-1 pitch fouled off the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Alfaro settles back in. And the lefty to Soto, who is also a lefty. 2 on and 2 out. He throws to the plate. Curveball, looping curve. Caught him looking. The Uncle Charlie gets Alfaro out of this inning. He faces the middle to the end of the Synker lineup. And he also faces the potential tying run, but gets out of the jam. Synker plates a run in that bottom of the 6th. Both teams with a run in the full 6th inning as we go to inning number 7. Top of inning number 7 coming up, 4-1 Sentinels. Top of the 7th to start with Logan Parker. Moved from second base to the extra hitter position and takes ball 1 from Gaggan. Top of the 7th frame is underway. 1 ball, no strikes on Parker. It'll be Parker, Rutkin, and Cuervo in this inning. Outside strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Parker. Parker is 2 for 3 today with an RBI and a run scored. The lefty against Gaggan gets the curve fooled, strike 2. The count's at 1 and 2. Parker waits. The lefty strikes out swinging with the curve. Gaggan had him fooled. He went out of his shoes to try and pick up that curve, but could not. Gaggan registers his 2nd strikeout as we now go to Ben Rutkin. Rutkin has had a nice day because he's reached twice, both on walks. 1 run scored, technically 0 for 1 as he's struck out. First ball swinging, tipped into the mitts, strike 1.
All right, thank you.
Gaggan's 0-1, foul back. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Ben Rutkin. This full game, when this one ends, you can sure and watch it on the Baseball Census YouTube live stream on the archive video section of the live streams. Curveball got him looking. The ball is dropped by the catcher, but Rudkin's going to accept his fate. Tag out number 2. Two down. Here's Andrew Cuervo. Cuervo 0 for 3, searching for his first hit on the day. First pitch, a called strike to Cuervo. The ELAC baseball field, completely turf, by the way. There are a couple patches of brown turf around the bases and along the warning track, but primarily it's all green. 1 ball, 1 strike on Cuervo. The lefty waits. Fastball. Very high arc to the first baseman. It goes, and he almost overran it. Chaidez with cat-like reflexes to realize that he misjudged the baseball, but still record out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, and it looks like there will be a new pitcher for the Sentinels in a safe situation. 4-1, Arroyo Seco over Synker. Synker has 3 outs, and they need 3 runs. Joel Gayton is the new pitcher for the Sentinels. He blows the first pitch by Rincon for strike number 1. I don't know if I have anything on Gayton. I think this is his first appearance. I've got all these notes on all these different guys, but yeah, nothing on the right-hander. I mean, from the 2 pitches that he's thrown, I can tell that he throws hard. That fastball. He's in a safe situation, needs 3 outs. And boy, oh boy, pounding that strike zone. 1 and 2. This might be a repeat of Jamison Ferraro. I don't know any better. 1-2. Fly ball, pretty deep. Going back is Rudkin. He's going to have room as he brings it down on the warning track. And in many of the baseball census leagues, or or in many of the baseball census ballparks, that baseball's probably gone. He hit that really well. Able to time up that fastball. Unfortunately for Synker, and it's just a loud out from Rincon. Here is Kyle Lee now, as 7, 8, and 9 are going to hit this inning for Synker. Inside, 2-0. Lee is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and then following him it's Pereza. Pereza is 0 for 2 with 1 strikeout. This lead holds on the foul ball, strike 1. This lead does hold. Arroyo would be credited with the win, Morales with the loss, and then if Gayton gets the 3 outs, he would be given the save. He's behind on Lee here, the right fielder for Synker. Gayton gives him a fastball, strike at the knees, 2-2. Two-two pitch on its way from the towering right-hander. Tries to get that slider, but released it a little bit too late. The count is full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Gayton's got to have it here. Takes a deep breath, steps back, and out of the windup, the kick of the pitch. The fastball blew it by him. Out number 2. Gayton picks up his first strikeout. 2 down, bases empty. Here is Pereza. Pereza 0 for 2 with 1 strikeout. Could be the potential last hitter for Synker and their last hope. Open stance for the lefty. First ball swinging, fouled back on that fastball, 0-1. On Pereza. The lefty waits. Gayton deals. Outside. 1-1. Good frame attempt by Brousseau. One ball, 1 strike. The righty on his way home. Too high, and Pereza, good decision to lay off. Let her high, call the strike. Two and 2. Pereza waits. Gayton, 1 strike away from saving and shutting this thing down. Fly ball. Third baseman and catcher giving chase. It's Conklin on the run. He goes into a slide, and what a fitting end for the Sentinels. Their defense on point tonight, and it ends with a Camden Conklin diving play. 4 runs on 7 hits for the Sentinels. 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error for Synker. Morales, the losing pitcher for Synker. Arroyo, the winner, and Gayton, the save, as the Sentinels take both of the doubleheader from East LA College. And with that, from East LA College, on behalf of everybody here at Baseball Census, I would like to say thank you for tuning into the YouTube live stream, and have a good night. The Sentinels' next game is on Wednesday the 2nd at OC Juice at Whittier. Thank you so much for tuning into the the YouTube live stream. And as always, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jack Badsey, saying so long. Have a good night.